Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Anthony Garcia. I'm one of the owners of the Self-Made Training Facility here in Gilbert, Arizona. So the first question that I had was, what started Iron Gang and what started us with Self-Made Training Facility? Well, a couple years ago, we went to an event here in Arizona and met up with some of the trainers at the Self-Made Training Facility. And to be honest with you, as soon as we walked in, we kind of knew what the vibe was. Everyone was very welcoming. It was just a really good place to be. Like, it felt welcoming, and that's kind of like what we're about. You know, like, we go to these events, we meet people, we establish our relationships, and we try to build from there. So once we started meeting people and talking about it, it kind of just fell hand in hand. Like, we just everything felt right. We just started moving on, and it was a good vibe. You know. It was about, I don't know, maybe a couple months later, COVID really hit, and we didn't have an option. Like, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know where to go. We built a gym in my backyard, and we started working out there, and it was great. But I reached out to one of the individuals in Scottsdale, and we started training there. And the welcoming atmosphere when we got up there was just, I don't know, it was different. So we got to talking, me and Damian Riedemann, one of the other owners, really started talking seriously and looking into our financial situation and what we wanted to do and see if we could help change people's lives in this manner. You know, we talked about opening a gym. You know, we wanted it to be like a real rugged, dirty gym, kind of, you know, like, I don't want to say like how we are, you know, but you know, that's just kind of our background, you know, like just a real old school, like, Gold's Gym kind of vibe. But then when we saw the Self-Made, it was different. You know, it was completely different from everything that we thought. And we fell in love with it. So we started moving. We started moving pretty quickly. And then it got really rough for us. We started going through an SBA because we needed to get some money. And it started during right before, well, like right during COVID. And we started all this stuff, and it was moving, and come to find out, well, so we were about to get a minority loan. Okay, it's just one of the things that they offer at the SBA certain times of the year, and Damian and I qualified for it, so we went for it, and we were supposed to be done by September of 2020. And yeah, that didn't happen. The guy that was running our backgrounds, the guy that pulled our socials, that had all of our information, turned out to be an individual that wasn't supposed to be doing it. And his manager, boss, got on the phone with us after I had filed some complaints because this guy just kind of wasn't moving, and we had a deadline we had to hit in order for us to hit to get that qualification for the minority loan. And he just wasn't doing his part. So I filed a complaint, talked to his boss, and when his boss found out what he was doing, he was really pissed at the individual. And I'm not going to throw these guys under the bus. Obviously, it's not who we are. But it turned out that all that stuff, we had to start over. So we were extremely hurt, extremely pissed. We were going to contact the lawyers, get everything going, and the bank was really worried about how we were going to handle that because they had a lot of information of ours that this individual just wasn't supposed to have. So so he gave us an individual. He gave us a gentleman's name and wanted to pass everything over to him, hoping that we weren't going to really file any charges or do anything. So we got with the other guy, and things started moving. We just decided not to press charges. We just wanted this done. Well, a couple months in after that, we ran into some trouble with our backgrounds and stuff like that. Just a lot of stuff that just didn't really make sense. I mean, we haven't been in trouble in years. I mean, I was answering stuff that happened in like 1996, you know, and I mean, yeah, you're shaking your head because it was, I mean, I haven't even been driving, got speeding tickets. So, so that set us back a lot. It took us all in all about 2 years to get this thing going. But you know what? We never gave up. We never gave up. We kept on pushing. There was definitely times where Damien and I sat down and we were looking at each other like, man, this is brutal. You're bringing up stuff from our past that we're just not happy about. You're degrading us. It felt like we were being picked on. It felt like this new bank didn't want anything to do with us, because once it was one thing, then it turned into something else, and it was brutal. It was a long process, and we didn't give up though. Damien and I talked, and it's not something we wanted to give up on. We just kept on pushing. And then something else would come up. They wanted more money here and they wanted more money there, and I had to drain everything I had just to keep on going, and that created a lot of stress with me and my wife. Damien and his wife. It was a brutal process, but we kept being told to trust the process, trust the process, trust the process, and we did. Now I have one of the best looking facilities in my eyes. I've never seen a place like this, and I walk in here and I turn the lights on, and it's a feeling like you can't believe, and now we're here, and I have trainers and clients, and I love to meet the clients. I meet every client, come give them a hug, shake their hand, ask them some questions. I like seeing people in here. It makes me feel good. I like hearing the weights, bang around. I like hearing the boxing gloves hit the bags, and I could just sit in here for hours and hours and hours. And in fact, I do. I sit here for hours at a time, just admiring what we created. It's a feeling like I've never had. So this is a new journey for us. We're here to stay. We're here to help. Everybody that comes into our doors is going to be treated like family, and I think everyone that has walked into those doors already know that. And I'm getting people from other facilities, from other gyms, and all this other stuff, and I feel bad because I'm sure they've heard some of these stories. Oh, we're going to treat you different. We're going to do this and that, but you don't know us. You don't know who we are. But you'll find out. We started Iron Gang Nutrition about 4 years ago, and we've maintained a very solid name, solid relationships with people, and it's who we are, and I can't wait to have these people in here and them actually know what it's like to be treated like family from this side of things. And I've told a couple of these trainers that come in here, I want you guys to talk about us for years to come. Those guys at Self-Made Gilbert were amazing, and I started my new business because they helped me out, or they helped transform my life, and it's something I wanted to do for years. I've been talking about this for years. So here it is, our dream come true, and it's our time to shine. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, asking these questions and bringing this up to me. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate your time, and come check us out. Self-Made Training Facility, Gilbert, Arizona, where champions are self-made.